So runners coming forward for the St Austell Brewery Novices Handicap Steeplechase. Starting point at the entrance to the back straight. 20 fences for the 8 runners to take, and 6 of them lining up across the course as they're sent on their way. So racing towards the first, it is Shanrose Smooch, who shows with a very narrow advantage on the run towards the first of the obstacles. King of the Story is prominent, and II Charlie between that pair. A coming together between the grey My Lady Grey and also Getaway Mission. And My Lady Grey's rider, Tom Scudamore, just had to search for a pedal there. He has lost one of the irons with that bump at the first. And II Charlie down on his nose, and we have a new collision between My Lady Grey, who's got friendly with a couple of them over the first 2. This time it was wet and windy. My Lady Grey pulled to the outside to get a clear sight of the third, which is reached first by Shanrose Smooch. Very awkward leap by Getaway Mission. So not without alarms in the back straight. 5 of them are broken clear of the other 3. Shanrose Smooch leading early on from King of the Story. II Charlie, after that error, the second, is back in 3rd place. The leading cluster is completed by Bailey Gorse in the blue and white and Millbank Flyer on the outside as they take fence number 6, the water jump. Getaway Mission jumped out to the right. Wet and Windy is making ground on the inside in the orange and blue, and My Lady Grey is last of all. So moving to the home straight, 2 fences, both plain. Shanrose Smooch leading, King of the Story. Yellow cap with the noseband. II Charlie towards the inside, then Bailey Gorse in blue and white as they rise at the next. Millbank Flyer over from a straighter jumping Getaway Mission towards the inside, Wet and Windy. My Lady Grey has not got into any rhythm after being bumped at the first and the second and was out to the right at the previous fence. As again, II Charlie got right into the bottom of that and loses a length or so. So they are still standing, but in some cases it's been more by luck than judgment as Shanrose Smooch leads them, still with 2 circuits to go. Shanrose Smooch in the maroon and yellow colours, King of the Story in the pink sleeves, II Charlie still in 3rd place despite the errors in the blue and pink as they turn away. Millbank Flyer in the crossbelts, beige crossbelts on a blue jacket with Bailey Gorse, Wet and Windy still biding the time. My Lady Grey is getting involved now, Tom Scudamore just sending her amongst horses, and that relegates narrowly the back marker to be Getaway Mission. Fence on the side of the course is in their sights. Racing towards the 7th, Shanrose Smooch. Jumps it well. Whole field jumped that better. So Shanrose Smooch from King of the Story, II Charlie in 3rd. Bailey Gorse, blue and white on the outside. Then Millbank Flyer. My Lady Grey seems happier taken to the outside. Getting a sight of the fences is now in 6th. Wet and Windy's just been relegated to be the back marker as they take the first in the back straight, at which there was a mistake by Bailey Gorse. So once again, the field just break up slightly with the front pair. 3 to 4 lengths clear now. Shanrose Smooch from King of the Story. My Lady Grey's progress has carried her right through the field into 3rd. 4th place for Millbank Flyer on the inside of Bailey Gorse. II Charlie, after a string of errors, has dropped towards the rear of the field. Only has Wet and Windy behind as we reach an open ditch. Shanrose Smooch jumped well out in the lead. Has the advantage from King of the Story. 3rd place belongs to Millbank Flyer with the grey My Lady Grey in 4th. Progress has been made by Getaway Mission. Bailey Gorse has lost a couple of places, but not as many as II Charlie, who's now joint back marker in company with Wet and Windy as they reach the water jump. And Shanrose Smooch getting into a nice rhythm. Out in the lead under Gavin Sheehan, leading by 2 to 3 lengths. King of the Story in 2nd. My Lady Grey on the outside of Millbank Flyer. Bailey Gorse, Getaway Mission, Wet and Windy. Just creeping into it in 7th place, still well in touch, and II Charlie, the back marker. So past the halfway stage now, and Shanrose Smooch continues to jump well out in the lead. Racing down towards the fence that in a circuit's time will be the last. This time it's number 13 of the 20. Shanrose Smooch. Towards it, Gavin Sheehan sees a good stride, and again the mount responds with a good jump. King of the Story, a slight mistake. My Lady Grey has done really well after those early incidents to improve through the field, and she now sits in 3rd place. Millbank Flyer in 4th. Getaway Mission given the hurry up. Wet and Windy still waiting in the wings. The last 2, Bailey Gorse and II Charlie, are both also just being pushed along, II Charlie notably so, as they turn out on their final circuit. Shanrose Smooch, despite being a big price, has led them most of the way. King of the Story in 2nd, My Lady Grey in 3rd. 4th place disputed by Millbank Flyer, who is on the inside of Getaway Mission, then Wet and Windy. Bailey Gorse and II Charlie. About 10 lengths top to bottom as Shanro Smooch heads towards 7 from the finish. Shanro Smooch joined by a good leap by King of the Story. First mistake by Wet and Windy that I've noticed at least in 6th place. Mitch Bastian was forced to sit tight as they turn into the back. II Charlie, the only one that's currently out of touch as they race towards the first in the back straight. King of the Story now has a narrow lead from Shanro Smooch and extends it over that as Shanro Smooch makes a mistake as he begins to get weary. My Lady Grey moves through into 2nd place. Millbank Flyer into 3rd. Then towards the outside, Getaway Mission as they race towards the middle one down the back. King of the Story from in 2nd, My Lady Grey. Getaway Mission has made progress, albeit under pressure, into 3rd. Millbank Flyer in 4th, Wet and Windy in 5th. Shanro Smooch has lost a lot of ground and in company with Bailey Gorse and II Charlie is struggling. King of the Story attacked the opening ditch. My Lady Grey in 2nd place has closed to within a neck now. Millbank Flyer 2 lengths away. Then in 4th is Getaway Mission. Wet and Windy being pushed along, is still in touch. Last of the 5 that seem to have chances, and My Lady Grey has moved right through the field to take it up over the water jump. King of the Story and Millbank Flyer were awkward in 2nd or 3rd. Wet and Windy has moved through into 4th place, but My Lady Grey has gone 5 to 6 lengths clear on the approach towards the home turn. King of the Story in 2nd. Wet and Windy trying to stay on to press for 3rd, but still to get past Millbank Flyer as My Lady Grey heads towards the 2nd last. My Lady Grey is over, clear by 7 to 8 lengths. From in 2nd place, King of the Story. Wet and Windy, Millbank Flyer still fighting out 3rd and 4th, but My Lady Grey heading down towards the final fence for Joe Tizard and Tom Scudamore. Wet and Windy's running on strongly into 2nd place, but over the last, My Lady Grey, who was well backed, a couple of early incidents put her on the back foot, but Tom Scudamore moved her to the outside. She made her way through the field, and she's going to run out a wide margin winner. Joe Tizard continues in great form. My Lady Grey beat Wet and Windy. Millbank Flyer, 4th place for King of the Story, as II Charlie finally consented to run on late in the day.